All right, so what we're going to do is morph some of our numeric answers in homeworks into formula answers. And I'm going to try and teach you how to do that in this video, and let's get started. So we're not going to do this with concept quizzes, just with homework. And I'm going to start with something easy like DCF project evaluation. And so I open it up, and now, of course, you have to be really, really careful doing all of this, right? So you don't blow up anything. Okay, so we'll say edit, and we'll go right into questions. And I'm just going to look through here question by question, asking myself, can I easily morph this question from a numeric answer question to a formula question? And I know you don't know how to do that right now, but you will by the end of this video. And if in doubt, just don't change anything. So for example, in chapter 8D, the tables for mortgage amortization, that would be a huge hassle to try and morph that type of problem into our formulas, so we just wouldn't do it. So let's see if this one is a good fit. A firm evaluates all its projects by applying the NPV decision rule. We've got these cash flows. What is the NPV? Everything else is given, so this is kind of looking perfect to me. So I'm going to take this. So the first thing that we have to do here is convert this question to a formula question. That's number one. And then we have to note that if we're using tables here, it's not going to work. So I'm going to say Control X, and then I'm going to say Control Shift V, and that brings back all these numbers not as a table. And because this question is just asking for any NPV, it could be any old NPV, positive or negative. So I'm going to replace just one of these constants with a variable. Let's call it CF2. It's important that you name these things correctly. Don't use just X and Y and things like that. Put in variable names as if you were typing up a rigorously awesome set of notes for the course. So clearly, we usually call cash flows happening at end of year 2, CF2, minus 24,000 plus 15,000 divided by, what's our beautiful little interest rate here? Discount rate, 11%, okay, 1, and then plus, plus our CF2, 2 divided by 1.11 raised to the 2 plus 25,000 divided by 1.11 raised to the 3. And let's save that. And that's looking pretty good here. 2 decimal places is good for this one. And down here, it's telling us how many combinations. So we could say 200, which would generate 200 unique versions of this question. That just takes a lot of time, and especially if you have an assignment with a lot of stuff in it, it winds up taking a whole lot of time. So let's use, for us, a default of 10. And in this case, let's see how many decimal places we're being asked for here. Round your answer to 2 decimal places. So by having 0 decimal places up here, it's always going to pick a number that's an integer. So I don't have to worry about that. But down here, we want to say 2 decimal places. And then we want a margin of error of 0.2, right? So we'll give them a whole order of magnitude, basically. And now we do this and we say generate. And so now it's generated all of these answers with all of these values of cash flow too. So that's pretty cool. Here are some rules to follow for the variable and answer parameters. And then the other thing we have to do is come down here. We're almost done. Come down here and modify the solution. We'll say CF2 equals, and we'll leave that. And we'll just explain this answer. And for the example case, CF2 is equal to minus 5,000. Your specific value of CF2 may be different. Beautiful. I'm so happy. Okay, so now we have to say done. Excuse me, this is really stupid, but you have to be really careful with Canvas to save everything along the way. So we say done here. And now again, this is really important. All of your work will be lost. Say update question. And now we're not done yet. There's more saving we have to remember to do. So let's say we went through all the problems in this example. We modified all the questions that we could. And so now we'd say save. Please don't say save and publish. Even if it's already published, just say save. Okay. If you want to check your work, you can always go back into edit and go back into questions. And also if you say show question details, it automatically shows all the answers. Here are some things I forgot to put into the video, so please read them over carefully and incorporate them into your work. Thanks. Okay, so that's it for this little video.